preparing for my chemistry test, I was like, God, perhaps I need to change this course also, And I was thinking like, why don't I just do medicine? And second try. Okay. Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Onolwazi Sinati Demande. Yes, so this is the second attempt of me introducing the series UNI Talks in this channel. So there was a video that I posted. I've once tried to introduce UNI Talks, but it's the fact that I deleted or took down the video that I posted previously introducing UNI Talks. And then now I'm here once again to actually introduce the series UNI Talks. Yeah. Because I'm gonna keep on saying UNI Talks, UNI Talks, UNI Talks, UNI Talks, because I want to actually emphasize UNI Talks. UNI Talks, Yeah, so basically just a little background of me deleting the video, because I feel like it is more acceptable or reasonable for me to actually address why I deleted the video. So basically in the video, there's a lot that I said, in which way, like facts, side view and whatnot. And I also addressed the fact that on how my exam season was, in which it was like an experience in which I don't think I would ever forget, because I was found in a place of actually just having faith over my studies. Because I don't think, okay, perhaps I did, but then now I was actually experiencing the fact that, like, every time, like the last time, but as every time, truly God is with me, because you just like the strength and also just the thing of actually emphasizing in my head, obviously, I should not worry or like poor like I was not very still, I was very afraid. There's nothing that scares me other than failing any of my modules. Like I'm really scared, but that's another topic for another day. And yeah, I was just talking about how God had been during my exam season, in which there was a day when I was writing physics, and he just like just yeah, there's a day that I was writing physics, and then on that day, what came out, I've seen it before, during classes, tutorials and whatnot, and I actually did them, you know. Yeah, I did them, and then in that day, what happened is like, it's just placed in my heart. Or would say God really does love me. Of course, I can never measure like God's love in terms of what? In terms of the things that He does for me, because just perhaps yeah, it was because I got it, so it's okay, it was like an expression of His love. But yeah, that was the first time that I just uttered it. Okay, God really does love me. And yeah, and also from the fact that, I was just talking about from the fact that I'm also doing this course in which it's not that favorable to people. People just don't go to it. It has very bad news, as perhaps I've addressed it before. I was just talking how societal norms would really hinder, seeing God's face, and actually hinder like God actually doing work in any situation. And there's also just the topic of idolizing, I don't know, achievements, like academic validation and whatnot. And I just felt like it didn't sound right from the very fact that it didn't really bring clarity in what I wanted to actually say. Like, you know, yeah, I still stand by that, but I could have said more things in which would actually make understand the viewpoint that I was coming at. Yeah, so that was, yeah, like clarity. There's no clarity in the previous video. That is why I deleted it. So now, as I've said before, I am introducing UNI Talks in this channel series in which I've been wanting to start, and it would be, I kind of guess, a sit-down video, and which I've been thinking. Now I'm not really sure because I kind of announced. I don't know if you guys actually read my description box, but I actually wrote it. I'll be posting every 2 weeks, and 2 weeks has passed, and this perhaps is the third week in which I can post. Like, this is the third in which I've been posting if this video does come out. And now I'm not really sure what to do. I actually want to post every week in which would be vlog, but I kind of don't like. I actually like to sit like in moments. Like, I don't want to find myself in spaces of like every time, everything I want to vlog. You know, I just like my child will be perhaps that specific time, and I just vlog, and then I do voiceover and whatnot. And I'm trying to post my short. Perhaps like I'm also going to invest in actually giving my own in terms of my shorts. And yeah, I'm investing in there. I'm just thinking about it. Yes, and then that, okay, I've been like wanting to do, okay, as I've addressed my shorts, and also the fact that my vlogging, it's gonna still continue to be every week. If not every week, I'm really gonna just like, guys, please, I beg of you to read the description box, as like I kind of do also right there, and I kind of guess it also does seem like a communication tool that I use to actually communicate with you guys, other than just talking. I'm of us over, or me sitting down and actually talking about. Yes, like that is like a description. It's the final message that I have for you, in which I would actually appreciate if you read them. And then I've been thinking, go to every 5 videos there will be a UNI talks. Yeah, just talking about the experiences that I have, and it would be more pleasing, or it would be more like, I don't know, fulfilling to me, or like I would really appreciate it if it would actually bless you guys and like it, you know, whatever experiences that I may have regarding the song. So basically it's just me sitting down and just reflecting on the things that have been happening and whatnot, regarding my thoughts, you know, just talking about. Yes, perhaps next time is gonna be more structured structured than this one, because I feel like I'm all over the place. But basically it has been a second semester, and I've done, or I've like, I'm doing 4 modules: zoology, maths, biochemistry and chemistry. And interestingly enough, I have been finding chemistry very exciting, and also biochemistry, I kind of feel like it's very exciting. And as more as I'm learning and following up on my material, and also what we're doing in the syllabus, like more my mind actually opens up regarding the course that I'm doing, and I find it very very, I'm lost of words, very, you know, grateful the fact that I'm able to catch on onto the things in which just going, it's going. And yeah, but to be honest, I don't know if it was this week or the last week. Oh, it was because I guess this is the first week of the month. So before I moved, oh, again, I've moved to another place, and yes, I've moved to another place, in which means that surely Uni Talks will and vlogs will come by. Because if it doesn't come by, you guys gotta, come at me. Come at me, the gun, y'all. But I'm joking. I'm not joking. But I'm joking. Not a gun. Not a gun. Um, yeah, I've moved to a new place. So before then, I was like in my old race. I've been like kind of feeling very heavy about this course. Very like, I'm just like, God, why? Like, yeah, perhaps also it was like a time where the person was also like talking about being content, and I just didn't feel content in regarding where I'm placed. And I'm thinking of, because that would be another video in terms of how I actually decided to see I will do this course from way back, on me not getting any but successful applications from this university or the course that I actually wanted to do, but it led here. And just talking about that, I'll talk about it because I really want to talk about it. And then you're just thinking about it totally, why you haven't placed me here in adults, why couldn't I just have a clear career, just keep on. It has been like keep like in my mind, it has been keeping you, like my mind has been really processing from the fact that I'm in a career or a space in which there's no level of certainty. Just thinking, good talking, each and every day I'm actually working towards something. Like, I have to make a meaning out of this degree because I chose it, and I wouldn't actually feel great if satisfied, fulfilled from the fact that I like this degree would end up being something that is not very, you know, pleasing into my life or the relation that I want it to be all my life. But yes, let me just, because that is also another thing. So I was just not feeling content, and this is the second time I actually felt like something. Because I remember in first semester, although I was thinking of changing my majors. That was like very surprising. I wanted to change to physics because I really, really enjoyed it. Also enjoyed how the teachers or the lecturers were actually lecturing, and I would just see of how competent they were, how they delivered, how they represented themselves, and how they actually knew their work. Yeah, and then last month, as I like been preparing to move here and preparing for my chemistry test, I was like, God, perhaps I need to change this course also. And I was thinking like, why don't I just do medicine? I have never in my life thought of doing medicine. At that point, I was like, medicine, obviously, when I'm gonna study, I've really also like emphasized in me with, I really do like studying. Like, I really, really do like studying. And yeah, I really do. And perhaps something wrong with this course because it doesn't allow me to study, and whatnot, because it's practical. So after practicals, I just feel like I've been working so hard I'm just chasing the fact that I have to, do very good in my studies, because the society does tell us, we have to like work very hard, I'm just chasing the marks and I don't really enjoy studying what I'm studying. Perhaps with medicine, I would actually enjoy studying, my routine will be good and whatnot, watching from our vlogs from other people doing medicine. I'm just like, perhaps it's gonna be good, because I also like helping people. I'll also continue, like perhaps I will do better vlogs because people will be interested and whatnot. And after that, it's like certainly I'll get a job and I would actually also get a good pay, and that is what I've been like thinking, and recently. But also again, I had to come back to myself and just like, girl, can you just chill down? Because I really do enjoy seeing myself. Like I really do really see myself actually just pursuing this course. And as I've been like finding chemistry very exciting, and also biochemistry very exciting. Yes, it has been like opening my mind in things that I actually do. And from the very fact that every single day is actually a day to actually work on this degree, there is something in here, even though I do not clearly understand now, but surely I know obviously I'm working on something, and only God knows in which what he has planned for me. And also another thing, I was having practicals in chemistry on Wednesday, and I just like, I do not like my practical. Oh my word, I don't like chemistry. Like I don't like practicals. Every chemistry, like as I've said, I've been like chasing on my marks, in which I don't kinda sometimes understand what is going on. I'm just like here for the marks, on the marks, and I'm going. I've not been enjoying like chasing them, and then I think it was I really want to understand, because perhaps on practicals I would get my marks and it's like I am amazed at, like they amaze me as well. Girl, you gave me those marks, but you don't know what you're doing on those practicals, And then I'm thinking about that too. I really hate them and whatnot. I'm just like, I don't think I wanna work on my labs. I've recently also, like, when I'm done with them, there's like a time in which I was thinking about, I want to actually buy another lab coat because I have only one. I just felt that love from the fact that I'm wearing coats, and I actually want, because I also saw another girl in my zoology class having her name written on her lab coat, and I was like, also want to have a lab coat. I want to buy another lab coat. I want to enjoy wearing a lab coat, and I actually want to have my name on the lab coat. I think I kind of enjoy it. I like that side of that. It's just that I have to, do things in which how I understand it and whatnot. And that is where I've been basically. And as I'm saying, because I've been enjoying chemistry, because also I have a very good audible lecturer. Recently, I've been like hearing a lot of like people in the same course. If you don't know what you're gonna do, because I think I don't like staying in one place. Like I don't like being in one place. I do like having experiences a lot, although I'm not exposed to that, like experiencing like different experiences. I just have experiences like around my world. It's like I'm cousin Tule. Okay, perhaps I don't know if like I have had experiences around my world. I've never experienced something that is not out of my world. And recently, the teacher that I'm like yeah, lecturing us for chemistry. Like recently he had just, spoke about how he went overseas for 2 years, perhaps doing his honors or master's, I'm not really sure. He studied for 2 years. I guess he was studying like overseas. And then there's another classmate of mine. She was like talking about going overseas, going overseas. And I don't know, when I was in high school, I've, if I would tell you the school that I also wanted to go to, that is not here, that is overseas. It's not laughing better. Yeah, I was just thinking, I would actually like going overseas, and that also like that why this desire is actually rising up, because I actually would like going overseas. I would actually like traveling a lot, obviously doing work, and I've been looking into, I don't know, she's doing biomedical studies. Like I think she doesn't do the same things that I do, but she's doing her PhD, which is Singita Singita, what her name is Singita, and she's searching on cancer or HIV, I don't know. And I really, really like how she does stuff, and I feel like this course also does allow me to actually do other stuff. It's very interesting, although I'm not certain, but I feel like there's a really, very, very big room to actually explore myself, explore all the things that I do like, because I think I'm a very, very active person, but in some spaces I will not be like active from the very fact that I do not know. I've never lived out of my bubble, and I guess although this course brings a lot of uncertainty, but also it is forcing me to actually go out of this bubble that I've created in my mind or have created in my environment. And really, I was like telling God, I do not have such strength, but you okay, perhaps I decided, but yeah, because I'm gonna tell you, you see what happened. So you led me here, and that's to the point I was comparing myself to somebody, and then it's like, I like conscious just like, why like why me? Why am I even doing this? I won't, like as I was saying, good thing. Like I would have done anything. Like there are different things that I've done, but why do I have to do this? Why do I have to do this? And and I was complaining to myself, to this somebody, and then the voice. I actually had a voice that's like, oh, okay, God. I was like, you are pursuing this degree. I'm actually like, I can see, like I have to consciously remind myself that, yeah, even God knows that I've decided to pursue this, and He's surely working in me, and I have to just go along and see what it has. But I really enjoy it. I really like studying, because I've been thinking to, I will study till I have my PhD, and I'll continue pursuing also content creation. Also talk about that, because this is also another story about that, like content creation. And yes, I hope this video is not that too long, and I hope it does make sense, and I hope you get something out of this. But it's okay, let me just say, because the closing line is that uncertainty is not that bad. Something that I would actually also like to tell myself, I think uncertainty is not that bad, but rather uncertainty should surely be a place in which you should embrace, knowing that certainty does come out of uncertainty. Does that make any sense? It does to me. Yeah. And how do you like my hairstyle? How do you like my hairstyle? I've yeah, yeah. My mind is because I like talking. I like talking. I like talking a lot. I like talking a lot, and I did myself on my best ones, and I like them, and yeah. Okay, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share to your friends and family. And with love, I hope you enjoy to, yeah, subscribe. I've said that. Subscribe, like, comment, share, and tell me down below how's the year been. Yeah, how's your year been? If you're a student, how is school? How are you holding up? You know, just update me or tell me something. Tell me something. Tell me something so that I can reply and also, yeah, reply to you. Because I like talking. I like having conversations.